So what we are supposed to do, we have found out the class average of all the students. So after this we need to find out those students whose marks are greater than the class average. For that we need to write one more loop. For I is equal to 0, ఏం చేయాలి అక్కడ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి? Again I need to start from the first number. I need to start from I is equal to 0, I less than n is the number, maximum number which we have given, I plus plus. And సో ఇక్కడ ఏం చేయాలి, మనం ప్రీవియస్గా అందరు మార్క్స్ యాడ్ చేసేసాం, రైట్? ప్రతి మార్కులు రీడ్ చేస్తున్నాం, సమ్ యాడ్ చేసేసాం, సమ్లోకి అందరు మార్కులు యాడ్, సమ్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ద మార్క్స్ వచ్చాయి. Now next what we are supposed to do, we need to check whether the marks of each student, that is A of I, is greater than the class average or not. So for that what we are supposed to do, we need to check the condition. What is the condition? If A of I is greater than or equivalent to the class average, అదే కదా చేయాలి. క్లాస్ యావరేజ్ కన్నా ఎవరి మార్కులు ఎక్కువ వచ్చాయో those marks we need to add and we need to find out the average of those students, right? సో అందుకని ఏం చేస్తాం, sum is equal to capital sum is equal to capital sum plus if that is greater than, that is A of I is greater than C of CAVG, then I am adding sum is equal to sum plus A of I. Clear? అయిపోయిన తర్వాత ఏం చేయాలి, we need to find out how many students who got more than the class average. For that, as we have declared the count variable C and T, I will increment the count. సో ఏమవుతుంది, ఈ లూప్లోను I 0 నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అయ్యి లెస్ దాన్ n వరకు ప్రతి మార్కులు తీసుకుని విల్ కంపేర్ ఆల్ ద మార్క్స్ విత్ ద క్లాస్ యావరేజ్. ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ విల్ యాడ్ టు ద క్యాపిటల్ సమ్, SUM అనే క్యాపిటల్ సమ్కి యాడ్ చేస్తాం. If it is not greater, we'll skip that statement, we'll skip these two statements, we'll go over to the next statement. Like this, at the end of this for loop, we could able to find out the sum of all the student marks whose marks are greater than the class average, which we found out here. Okay, so once we have done with the finding out the average of the students whose marks are greater than class average, we need to display the marks. That's it, right? So for displaying, what we'll write, printf /n display all the students marks along with the marks obtained either more than or less than the class average. And will display. So before displaying the marks of all the students whose marks are either more than or less than the class average, first we will display the class average. Printf /n the overall class average is, which we have calculated at the top. After that we'll give a /n comma CAVG. Okay, so ఏం చేస్తున్నాం మనం, ఈ CAVG ని ముందు డిస్ప్లే చేసి and then we are displaying all the student marks and how many marks they have got, either more than or less than the class average. For displaying all the marks, what we are supposed to do, we'll write a for loop for I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, and we'll open a bracket here. What we are supposed to do, we'll print, right? Printf /n. First we need to display A of I, right? So A of I is integer value, we'll give a tab space and then we'll display the how many marks they have got more than the class average, which is a float value. First we'll display A of I and then I'll display A of I minus CAVG. Okay, that's it. And then before printing the next statement, we'll see whether will get the execution, will get the required output or not. We'll see the next one after completing this. Okay, array underscore 3. We need to save it as array hyphen 3, and we need to save it as array 3 program. Okay, we'll see whether we'll get the required output or not. We'll compile. What is the error? Before for I think we missed the semicolon here. Control S and compile again, and we have given one extra square bracket. Compile. I think there are no error if I remember well, by mistake. Yes. Okay, we'll see. We'll run the program, enter the element A of 0, we'll enter 10, let us say 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100. So what we are doing, the overall class average we are printing, overall class average is prepared, and we are displaying all the student marks along with the marks obtained either more than or less than the class average. First marks is 10, which is 45 marks less than the class average, because class average is 45. So 10 marks వచ్చాయి కాబట్టి they have got 45 marks less than the class average. Similarly, if I got 20 marks, 35 marks less than the class average. See, if the marks is 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100, we are getting the positive values, because if the marks is 60, that means he or she got 5 marks more than that. Next one is 15 marks, like that. Okay, next we'll write the next code, what we are supposed to write. So along with this, I think if I can write A of percentage D is percentage D, and if I can write I also, then we'll see how the output is. Before that, we'll write a printf statement, printf /n element /t value /t average greater or less than plus or minus. We'll write plus or minus CAVG. We'll see how it looks like, how the output will be. Compile and I'll run the program. So let us say I've given the same values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100. See, element is A of 0 is equal to 10. I think I've given tab space, extra tab space. We need to adjust the tab space, then we'll get the correct value. We'll see how it look like. We need to have one more /t here, not here. We need to give here. We forgot to give /t here, because we have given after the element we have given a /t and value, right? So because of that, right, we'll see. Compile and run. We do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100. I think we need to give one more tab space.